North Korea confirms firing an intercontinental ballistic missile Wednesday towards the Sea of Japan. Gads Inoue files this report.
The Democratic People's Republic of Korea confirmed that it has successfully fired a new solid-fuel intercontinental ballistic missile, or ICBM, Wednesday outside Japan's exclusive economic zone, and currently, Japan's Defense Ministry is analyzing the missile's capability. The North Korean state-run media, Korea Central News Agency or KCNA, disclosed Thursday that the solid-fuel ICBM fired Wednesday near Japan's exclusive economic zone or EEZ, 250 kilometers west of Hokkaido's Ukushiri Island, is a Hwasong-18, North Korea's first solid-fuel intercontinental ballistic missile that is harder to detect and intercept than that of North Korea's conventional liquid fuel missiles. The test fire, which was observed by Kim Jong-un himself, comes as the country's response to the strengthened security cooperation between Japan, the United States, and South Korea, KCNA added. Analysts say that Hwasong-18 allows North Korea to launch long-range nuclear strikes more easily and quickly. The missile traveled about 1,000 kilometers and reached an altitude of 6,600 kilometers and flew for about 75 minutes. According to the state-run media, the first stage of the test fire was designed to fly at a normal angle, while the second and third aims to fly at increased angle called lofted trajectory. It can be noted that North Korean Supreme Leader Kim Jong-un said a series of stronger military offensive will be launched until the U.S. and South Korea admit the shameful defeat of their hostile policy toward North Korea. According to Japan's Defense Ministry, the solid-fuel ballistic missile can reach any part of the United States, depending on factors such as the warhead's weight, as the missile is capable of reaching a range of over 15,000 kilometers. Ijo Nihon kara Gads Inoue kokotashimashita. SMNI News, Japan.
Despite neighboring countries expressing their strong opposition to Japan's planned release of treated radioactive water, President Yoon Suk-yeol recently held talks with Prime Minister Fumio Kishida regarding the safety of the water discharge. Sherry Hayes tells us more.
Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida told South Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol that the planned release of the Fukushima nuclear power plant's treated radioactive water is according to international safety standards. Kishida promised that Japan will take appropriate measures, which includes halting the release if it goes beyond the safety standards, despite the International Atomic Energy Agency, or IAEA, claiming that the release will not affect marine or human life given their assessment report of the treated water. Japan's neighboring countries still strongly oppose the decision. Yoon's office said that they asked the Japanese government to share real-time monitoring information with South Korea and allow their experts to participate in the safety checking process, despite him stating that he respects the UN agency's decision to allow Japan to proceed with the release. To recall, the IAEA has been conducting an independent safety review of the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant's radioactive wastewater for 2 years, before submitting it to Tokyo last week, which gave a green light for release this summer. It can be noted that some chemicals such as tritium are still present in the wastewater, despite methods that are being used to clean the radioactive substance. This raises concern from neighboring countries such as Russia, and just recently, China's Zhang Kejian slammed Japan's actions, calling it irresponsible as it could affect the environment and human health altogether. Seoul, Isabugo, Sherry Hayes, Imnida, SMNI News, South Korea.
The UN Security Council announced that it would convene a meeting Thursday to discuss North Korea's latest intercontinental ballistic missile launch. Hans Marshall files this report.
North Korea's intercontinental ballistic missile, or ICBM, launch Wednesday is the country's fourth this year that is in breach of Security Council resolutions. The launch was confirmed by North Korea's state media, Korean Central News Agency, or KCNA. And due to this, the UN Security Council will publicly convene an urgent meeting. The assembly comes following requests from Albania, France, Malta, Japan, the United Kingdom, and the United States. According to reports, the missile was fired at around 10 a.m. from Pyongyang, with the projectile flying about 1,000 kilometers at a maximum altitude of 6,600 kilometers before landing in waters between the Korean peninsula and Japan. Some experts claim that the North likely launched its developmental road-mobile Hwasong-18 ICBM, a type of solid fuel weapon that is hard to detect and intercept compared to its liquid fuel ICBMs. Previously, North Korean leader Kim Jong-un claimed that the said missile was the most powerful in its nuclear forces. Meanwhile, UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres condemned the launch and called for North Korea to comply with its international obligations and resume dialogue. This is Hans Marshall reporting, SMNL News.